Okay, so does everyone know what King of Hammers is? So the King of Hammers is a race. It's like a whole week of racing and off-roading and just bashing and going on and partying all night and racing all day in Johnson Valley in the U.S. So and these are the three trucks that are there racing in the 4400 series. I'm not sure exactly all the different series that are there, but these are Ford's three different race teams, and and so as you can see, they're all based on the Bronco R, which was at Baja and all the other races, in the last year or whatever since it first came out. I think was Baja last year, and anyway, these guys are this is just them running on the track and stuff. This is just B-roll, but anyway, these are like tube chassis vehicles. They'd be like giant side by sides, like a Can-Am Defender on steroids. So they're probably running 40-inch tires and that type of thing. So Ford is the sponsor at King of Hammers this year. Imagine those things now at Dakar. Would they ever kick butt? Anyway, so they're there, but they're there with a purpose. So they dropped another vehicle here today, mostly info on parts. So anyway, here's the team. That's the three trucks. That just gives you an idea. Like those guys are standing beside them. Those trucks are up to their waist. They've got to be 40s. Give you an idea there, kind of up close, how big those are and how long those suspension arms and stuff are. Now, so this next one, this is the truck that they dropped today. So this, when you look at it, you think, okay, so it's like a Sasquatch Bronco, and it's got decals on it. So, it was wrapped. So big deal. So, but it's kind of I'd say this is a Ford Performance Parts catalog vehicle. This is what we're going to be seeing. You know, there's the front end. Like a couple of things here. I'm looking at that grill. That may be an optional grill you can buy. When you look close there, you see there's a winch there, right? So that's kind of interesting because this is a 2.7 liter EcoBoost engine, which should have an intercooler right there. So that makes you think, okay, so they're going to have an intercooler relocation bracket. They're going to have interior winch stuff instead of out on the bumper winch stuff. So that's kind of interesting. Like I say, there's that bumper. When you look close at that bumper, it's similar to one of their other bumpers. So you're probably just looking at a painted different treatment on it, and with the Bronco with the R in red. But anyway, I think, I like that grill. So if you bought a base, you could maybe go to the dealer and buy the grill. So I'm expecting some of that stuff. So Ford Performance is really good at it doesn't matter whether it's Mustang or F-150. They've always got nice stuff. So this is another one that's interesting. So you'll notice looks like an external visor there, and then a bracket system for a light bar. And so when we lighten that up and get a little closer, you can kind of see there's no windshield in this truck. So this is kind of done like a race truck. Windshield's out. But you can see that's an external visor. And like I say, up there in that corner on the right, you can see there's spots that the Bronco has where they bolt different things. And this, I think, will be a bracket system and a light package, right? Now, the next part is this is kind of just the back end. They took the gate off. They have an internal rack system with a chase type tire holder. And I don't know if that's going to make it into the catalog or not, but you never know. They're putting out lots of stuff like that for half-ton trucks. So that's kind of neat. Now, then there's Recaro seats here and a roll cage. I don't know if that's going to make it in there either, but I mean, Recaro race seats are kind of available just about everywhere anyways. and Recaro does make the seats in the Raptor, so that kind of ties in. So those are companies that kind of washing each other's backs. So it's nice to see that. Now this is that rack system. Now you can see the way the tubing goes in and under the wheel, and it makes me wonder whether that's kind of something that could be actually a put-in take-out roll cage system. Anyway, just something to think about. Now this is where things get really interesting. So this is not a Super 8.8 axle, and it is not a Dana 44 axle, which is what comes standard on the Bronco. So this has got coilovers on it. It's a 5-link setup like the Bronco, but and it's purposely, I tried to lighten this up, but it's purposely darkened at either side. You can't see the hubs. Now that we'll get into in a minute, but anyway, I think this is going to be a stronger performance axle system, plus performance shocks, plus performance bump stops there. So, and then on the front here, this is wheels, and so you can see this is a method wheel. And when you look at the side of the truck, you start to see some of the sponsoring companies that are in there. You know, you can see that the Warren winch is on there and the method wheels. I can't see what that third one is back, but maybe you guys can if you have a bigger screen. Now, you also see BF Goodrich KM3s on this, and those look like they may be a 37. And you can see that there's more space than in a Sasquatch package. So this is where things get really interesting. So here is the part that I heard that I didn't really understand, but that is a portal axle hub. Now, you can't tell if it has portal axle hubs in the back or not, or if they're just doing them on the front, which would mean it's a 1-to-1 ratio. But you've got your suspension arm there, and the hub is on the outside, and that you can see that axle doesn't go into the center of the tire. Now, the really interesting part about that, I mean, there's coilovers there, and there's aluminum swing arms, but the really interesting part is this means that Ford is actually paying attention to what's going on in the portal axle market. So I know Tybus and there's another company, DV Max, they're both talking about Bronco portal axles. The interesting part about Bronco portal axles would mean Ranger portal axles, so you'd be able to get them, they would fit on both vehicles. So that's a really interesting thing that may be coming for off-roading guys for Broncos and Rangers, which would be awesome on F-150s too. And so anyway, so this is the truck, and we don't really know. It could just be the wrapped regular aluminum panels. There could be lightweight panels there. There could be a lightweight hood there. There could be, we do know that there's aftermarket fenders that can be added onto these. So this could be any amount of those things, lightweight doors, lightweight fenders, any of those things. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. If you did, give a thumbs up and subscribe.